EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Tuesday. Hey, Express. Go!
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. To throw is Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
20. Hey, Rick Lance. Look out!
Now Ryan. Dancing to his left. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gun. Get up!
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Going underneath to Blunt. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Ryan. He's got Curse. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan. That's going to be caught by Reed. Touchdown, Chargers. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brady to throw on 2nd down. He'll let it fly in the direction. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's 15-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun. Get up!
They start the drive with Lynch. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Tuesday. 20.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Takk McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
22! On!
Handoff comes to Lynch. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
21. Gun. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Ryan going up top. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Space. 20. Switch. Hey.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. Throw left side, complete. That's Ross. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Hey, let's go. 20. Back 25. 20.
They'll run with Lynch. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
22.
They'll go to 1, try and pound it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Tuesday. On.
Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go! Hey. White we said!
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Ingram. They get 6 on the pick out there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tyson Alualu. coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Ross on the return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun.
To throw again. Ryan. And that is incomplete here.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. He'll check this down to Lynch. Complete. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. To throw again is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
21.
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. And this is caught inside the 5. He got 29 yards that time. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, Ryan. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you, you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker room.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Marshall with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Strong right. Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Go down. Yeah.
Now the pitch comes to Ingram. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Ingram again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And now running right through it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years. Yeah,
and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago. Then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
29, Alpha.
Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Ryan. They dump it off to Lynch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out come the Chargers.
Hey, let's go. 39.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. Fighting to stay upright. He's going to sling. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
20. Gun. Get up. Wait. Gun.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Ryan, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing after the interception. Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Ryan on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Andrew Billings continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You got four. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Gun. Hey, alert three.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
South, got it. 25. Kill. 54, South. Kill. 54, South. Space.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ross. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Here's Johnny Hekker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Wait 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey,
Here
go.
now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, South!
They go play action now. Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. On play action, it's Brady. Looking deep for Hilton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Brady got to have this one. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw is Brady. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, Mark Ingram. Touchdown, 49ers! Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Hey, let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Like 25. We ain't giving up nothing today. Gun. Kill. Turn it up. We go.
The pitch out to Lynch. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The Chargers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
21. Hey, right ass. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction down.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Takk McKinley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Gun! Space! Hey, South! Ready! Back 25! On! Ready, set!
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Past the 12. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.